eating my mac and cheese. I put cloves in it. Tastes good. So I'm coming on to share something. People need to wake up and pay attention and get in the Word, get in the Bible. Troubles! What you doing, mistress? Don't knock my phone over. That don't just jump out the window. Hi, mistress. I'm waiting for people to come on because I'm getting ready to show something. A couple of things. What's nice, I can cook my mac and in it and eat out of it like it's a bowl. A 2-in-1. I hope all's having a blessed day. There it is. So what I'm learning, we got Waymo taxis. Who's heard of the self-driving cars by Waymo? And who's heard of, if you're just coming on, hello, greetings, good afternoon, and hope everyone's having a blessed day. And who's heard of the 15-minute cities? Okay. This ain't no joke. And there's mockers and scoffers everywhere. But when it's in everybody's face, once it's real in your face, you know, there's people like, stop the propaganda. I get it. Saying it's propaganda because people don't want to believe, don't want to wake up to the times we're in, and that we are truly living in the times of Revelation. So, I don't know if I can back him up. I started listening. This is what's going to, changes are coming, y'all. We need to stay prayed up. We need to get right with the Lord, right with Yah.
This is like this.
Let's see if I can back
It's the
this.
future because
I can't back it up.
available land is becoming more scarce.
Arturo Vasquez says we of large housing developments at tri-rail stations between West Palm Beach and Miami. They're called TODs, transit-oriented developments, a zoning classification that allows tax breaks and grants for developers. To get those breaks, developers have to allot some apartments to low and moderate income renters. And they have to be built near a mass transit station.
We call it the 15-minute city.
The 15-minute city, where people's homes are just a 15-minute ride from their
Coming to a city near you.
jobs. Everything else in this 15-minute city, restaurants, grocery stores, shops, and other retailers, are within walking distance of their trackside.
To live in a place where you can have access to everything and not have to.
I'm hearing by 2030, you will own nothing and be happy. Y'all, it looks like they're trying to take away everyday life. They're gonna stop selling cars. They're gonna they already bulldozing houses down and taking away people's homes.
Have to get on a car to get a gallon of milk.
Arturo Vasquez believes these transit-oriented developments will spring up where it becomes more urban. I-95 becomes more of a commuter nightmare. A growing percentage of adults under 35 already don't own cars. These young adults are increasingly annoyed by traffic congestion, and they struggle to buy and insure cars. When we rode the Tri-Rail from Broward to Palm Beach counties, we found
Even my
commuters
cats and I
including
happy.
heading
Look.
to work or
Say
school
hi, Mr.
on
Troubles.
scooters in bikes.
It's very easy.
Jay Sanzo says he spent $400 a month on gas and insurance until he sold his car. Now he rides his motorized scooter to the Tri-Rail station in Boca Raton. This when he gets off the train in Mangonia Park.
We just put our vessel on the side. The trial makes it really easy to put our belongings on the side, and you just sit and wait until you commute there.
Extremely convenient.
Romy Hallaby commutes from Miami to Lynn University in Boca Raton. She'd love to live in a 15-minute city close to her home.
I live like an hour away with the traffic, so it's very tiring every day.
The first of what might be a dozen transit-oriented developments is headed to Boca Raton's rail station. Developers are expected to break ground as soon as January on this former Tri-Rail parking lot to build Link at Boca. It has 340 rental apartments, 34 marked for affordable housing.
I know people are very excited about Boca and then some of the potentials down the way.
David Deck is the director of the South Florida Regional Transportation Authority,
And here, how about okay, so I want to back this up. How about I'm gonna back this in because this is right. This is exactly in line with what I'm sharing. This is where this is where you look up and see, go and search, research of what's coming.
Shout out to you and for showing up here and just knowing that they are constantly doing things to get things where they need it to be before 2030. You're here because you know it's always something. So please hit the like as you enter. Feel free to share this video out. Feel free to share any of my videos out. Hit the like and the hype button. Those things help out to more people in the algorithm, because my videos are being suppressed right now. So every little bit that you can do definitely helps. I did a early this morning at around 12 something, and that was about the Ebola now being a global health crisis and potential for it to be international. Hey, Erica. Hey, Juanita. Hey, how are you today? As y'all enter, please hit the like button. Okay, so this is about containment. This is about control, what I'm about to show you. It's all wrapped up in convenience, and it's wrapped up in safety. But it's also going back to what they said, that we will own, not be happy. A lot of people will believe that they are happy that they made this choice themselves, but really you're not making this choice yourself. What's happening is they're removing choices. They're removing things from the table. So you think you're actually making a choice when they're actually limiting your access to things. They're controlling where you're going. They want to know exactly what you're doing 24/7. What better way to do that than to create these 15-minute cities? And in some cases, they create 5-minute cities, meaning you can get to every place you need to get to within 5 minutes. You don't need a car. Remember, you don't need a car. That's why most car commercials now, they're not really talking about purchasing a car, more so than.
For all who's coming up, welcome and good afternoon. If you could put in the comments where you're from. I am from Fort Lauderdale. If you're from Miami area, West Palm, if you're from a town where this is happening, where it is 15 minutes, it is way more cars, I would like to hear it. Or leave your comments, or feel free to leave comments if you want to.
Leasing a car, you see more leasing commercials now than anything. I'm telling you is with the newer cars, you're going to need a subscription to almost everything, even to use the push start. Like I have a push start in my husband's Jeep, rather. He has a push start, and it's 26 or anything like that. But all 2026 models, they're having a limit on how long you can use that for free. You have to start using a subscription, which is going to cost you even more money. A subscription to use your GPS, a subscription to use your CarPlay, you name it, is there. So it's limits to everything that they're placing. They have decided that they want us to do what they want us to do. And we just gonna have to play along with it. But we gonna be happy in doing it. And so this 15-minute city that's being built right now, they have them already out here. If you pay attention to it, like in Raleigh, North Carolina, for instance, they lived on, this was before I knew anything about a 15-minute city. So when you don't know, you don't know. But when you do know, stay aware. Everything is within that zone. So you have shops on the bottom, apartments on top, and you see that in a lot of cities now. That's them creating 15-minute cities. They can get it to the point where everything is within your reach, within that zone. There's no need for you to go outside of that zone. So if and when things take place, you're going to be stuck in that zone. You're going to be on your lockdown in that zone, but you're going to have everything within your needs. So it's no need for you to go out. You're going to have your grocery store, but you're not going to have options. You're going to have one grocery store. You're going to have some things but they're monitoring your carbon output. So no cars means less carbon output. Mind you, they still have all their cars, their planes, their boats, their everything that's emitting into the environment. But we are not allowed to do these things. Only they can do these things. So let's jump into what he's saying, and then I'm gonna read you the article that I found to back this up, and then show you another video where they are building one for the homeless people. They always try and test things out. They run a simulation. They had tents put out. They had things on the tents. Now they see, okay, yeah, we can do this. So let's figure out how we can do this in one specific area. We're gonna have this space here for the homeless people, and this is where this is about control and containment, because something is coming now, and we can all guess about what is coming, but something major is about to happen, and this is the rush for everything that's taking place.
You guys remember the WEF talking about the 15-minute cities? They designed it so that way everything was in 15 minutes when you would walk to it. Well, check out this latest rendition of that plan, where this is a 5-minute city in Tempe, Arizona. Everything's rental only, and there's no cars. Check this out.
This new $170 million rental community has all the amenities: fitness center, the dog park, the outdoor kitchens. Well, what it does not have is cars. Cul-de-sac is the first community in the U.S. designed for car-free living. Co-founder Ryan said it's what Americans want.
In the U.S., we've been building the wrong kind of housing for.
Don't you love how they tell you what Americans want with asking Americans what they want?
100 years.
Exactly.
We've built sprawl and it's created car dependency, and it's made us lonelier, less healthy, and less happy. And what people want is to live in walkable neighborhoods.
Retail, restaurants, and close to 200 apartments in the first phase. No cars means no parking, no garages, no parking spaces, so more space for social areas. The complex is strategically located right next to the area's light rail system. All residents get a free pass. Now, walkable neighborhoods are, of course, all well and good when the weather is fine and lovely like it is now, but in Tempe, Arizona, in well over 100 at a time. So the summer will be the real test to see if this idea can go the distance. So the idea is more that they're offering you other options because society is changing toward that shared transportation. They're not anti-car, they're just anti-everybody having a car, because in Arizona, it's something like there are 8 parking spaces for every car.
What do you do?
Probably not.
What do you do when your friends come over?
So when your friends come over, there is a parking lot that is next to the community where they can park, so they can go to the restaurant that's here. They can also go to the stores that are here. But nobody here in the complex has a parking space, a garage. They don't waste that space. And it's not like you can't own a car. You just keep it somewhere else. But the idea, again, is to depend on community transit.
Hello, good afternoon. For those just coming on, where are you from? If you're from Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, or wherever you're at that has Waymo cars going on and 15-minute cities, leave your comment. Feel free to share. Feel free to share. But leave your comments where you're at, if you'd like.
Transportation rather than using so many cars and so much gasoline and so many emissions. There is a grocery store in the community. What I ask is, people with kids.
A grocery store in the community. So what you're subject to their prices?
Look, anybody who has kids, who are moober and doober when they're from middle school up until they get a license in high school. So I think it would be hard for families to live in a community like this because they have to drive their kids to so many different. So again, maybe this is more for young people. Maybe it's more for retirees who aren't so car dependent. It's an experiment. Is the whole country going to go this way? Probably not, but it would work for a lot of people.
Well, they finally did it.
I love how she added in it's an experiment, and that's what they're doing. They are experimenting with.
Okay, guys, this is something I noticed. Now, we're here in Austin at a place called The Domain. Now, very nice, luxury stores and whatnot, but if you pay attention, this is actually a 15-minute city. The reason being, if you look up here, you have endless apartment buildings on top of full entire shopping center. You have luxury stores. You have people walking around to where within 15 minutes, you can get to everything. Your shopping, your food, your entertainment, you name it. And nobody really notices. Even right here, you have advertising 24/7. And it's targeted towards a certain demographic, people with money. Why else would you live on top of a Rolex store? You have Aloe, Anthropology. This goes on and on, you guys. This is a part to where I haven't even seen this part yet. Keep in mind, it's called The Domain. They have domain over you. Pay attention and just keep.
It's always something with the name. Now, the story I'm going to show you after he gets through, they have a name for theirs as well. And it's always about dominance. It's always about containment. It's just sick.
Going
Never ending.
building apartments on top of a building. Louis Vuitton over here. This is crazy because nobody really realizes it, but this is a condensed, highly populated area to where you really can't leave because you really don't have to live, come down, shop, eat, Balenciaga,
This is really it.
Versace. Again, targeting towards people who get money and keeping everybody else out. It's haves and have-nots. And I've been telling you guys, Agenda 2030, this is what's happening. This is what they're doing right now.
It keeps going.
Keep going.
Look at Tesla, Montclair, shit keeps going.
We checked out the domain for a while. This is a new part that we haven't seen before.
We've been coming here for the past 3 days.
Yeah, comedy club. Like here, you have your parking, you have shopping, where you live. They're really doing these 15-minute cities. This is crazy.
So this is Austin. They're doing these 15-minute cities for different demographics. You have more rich people, and then you're gonna have the poor people. Now, mind you, you see all the shops that they have here, all the expensive shops, and they probably have a theater as well. I heard them say comedy club or something like that. So I'm pretty sure they have a movie theater. They have all the catering, everything, all that money is sitting right there. There's no need to go outside of this domain. Like he said, domain over you. And people don't even realize it. They're just like, oh, I'm just living here. You know, it's a nice area and everything is right here. Not realizing you're losing your freedoms as well.
Hey, look. Built right in. Built right in. Right here. Parking lot. Right behind the. I've never seen this. It's still going. It's still going. It's still going. Got IKEA at the corner.
Now you're asking yourself, who actually owns this 15-minute city? And there is a few interesting companies like Simon Property Group, Cousins Property. Who owns those groups? Did some research. Lo and behold, BlackRock and Vanguard are the major shareholders in this 15-minute city. Surprise.
Wait, say that again? You mean those people, the same people that went with Trump to China that I told y'all about? You see how this stuff comes full circle? It is all designed. It is all planned. And when I told y'all yesterday in a couple of videos that this is where we're headed and it's getting there faster than they thought, and they're just finalizing things.
Surprisingly, in this 15 minutes, those groups. Did some research. Lo and behold, BlackRock and Vanguard are the major shareholders in this 15-minute city. Surprise, surprise, right?
Same shit, different day.
More
Yep.
parking, more spaces, and it's all connected.
All this is all the same.
All this is the same thing. Work here, live here, eat here, never leave.
Retail hell.
There you go.
And people will not realize that. If your eyes are not, you've got to open your spiritual eyes to see this. It is spiritual warfare that is happening. And you might look at this and say, well, it's just a 15-minute city. What are you talking about, spiritual warfare? Listen, the enemy slips in disguise. It comes in all shapes and forms. And this stuff is crazy. Okay, let me share this. Let me see if I can find it. Thank y'all for being here. I hope y'all hit the like button because I need this to get out to more people. Okay, so they're building new tiny home villages. Now remember, the name of that one I just showed y'all is called Domain. This one has a different name. So a new tiny home village has broken ground, promising to save dozens of Americans from the homelessness, because they care so much about the homelessness right now. City leaders gathered last week to begin construction and stress the importance of tiny home villages. Okay, so when was this article? So this is a recent article. This is May 18th. They did this last week. They broke ground. You see the pictures here. Make sure it's coming through. Yeah. Here. City leaders broke ground on the new tiny home village on Thursday. City building tiny homes, but y'all, taxpayers are paying for it. So it ain't like they just doing this out of the kindness of their heart. We doing it. Every state is going to be doing this. It's always an experiment until it's not, right? So the village is expected to open early next year, 2027, the same year that people in Lake Tahoe gonna get booted off of their utilities to feed the data centers. The project will provide 51 separate units for those living on the streets. 10 rooms will be dedicated to the youth. Occupants will be given temporary shelter in the empty lot in Hollywood. So they get a lot. Check out the space that they get for these little units, these little village units that they're building. The rooms will be about 64 square feet each. 64 square feet each. And the village will feature a communal dining area, a community room, and a laundry facility. It will have security to keep residents safe. What is? Put in the comments. Let me see what y'all think that means. And it's expected to open early next year. What does "it will have security to keep residents safe" mean? Can anybody tell me what you think it means? It is Simply Bell. It is very similar to what we've seen in movies, Hunger Games and the districts in one little area. In a Divergent series. Let's not forget, Disclosure comes out in June. Sounds like prison. No one is safe. Jail. Yeah, it sounds like to keep them safe, keep them locked up, keep them suppressed, keep them controlled. Anything you could think of. Surveillance, yeah, because you know it's going to be cameras. And since nobody really cares about the homeless, let's get real. How do we know that this tiny village is not going to be them experimenting on these people? I'm just saying, don't say it's not beneath the United States to do that. Yep, bondage. Exactly. Okay, so they said, here's the name of it. It's known as the Inside Safe Program. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You could, but I mean, apparently they're making it up, but they're making it happen. It's known as the Inside Safe Program. It first gained attention last year when Mayor Karen Bass equipped several tents with solar panels. She said that Tiny Home Village would provide significant relief for those living in tents. She commented, well, you know, at least they living in their tents. They can come and go as they please. I guarantee you, they get into these villages, they're not going to be able to come and go as they please. There's probably going to be some kind of time limit on it if they can go. And if they don't come back, they lose out or whatever. It's going to be something in there. Nothing is free. Mind you, taxpayers are paying for it, but nothing, they're not going to give you anything free. You see what they gave us free when C-19 happened. So she commented, we need to have these sites in many more places around our city. They're making plans, y'all. These tiny homes will provide safe, stable interim housing for more than 50 of our unhoused population. But this is about more than 4 walls and a roof. It is about dignity and giving people a real chance to start again. Bull crap. Anyway, little information is known about the design plans or application process at this stage. That's all by design. But some in the community have spoken out against the development and said it could bring back problems for residents. Someone said, this person who owns 2 rental units near that site, residents of the former homeless encampment caused, I guess, for his property. He said that while he supported the village, he suggested it should be built elsewhere. So nobody wants the homeless. Nobody cares about the homeless until they are homeless. And then they're asking, well, why can't anybody help us? Let's see. The council member urged residents that his team had conducted a review of the area before breaking ground. He responded, we door knocked on over 700 doors. We had dozens of conversations, if not hundreds, and 80% of the folks we talked to say they want to have this here. Now, do you believe that? I don't. I don't believe they knocked on 700 doors. And I don't believe if they did that 80% of those doors said, we want this in our community. Because I haven't seen a community yet to say, yeah, we want some homeless people over here. I haven't seen it. It don't exist. It's made up. He says, I think neighbors encampments already exist in the area, and what they were asking for us is to bring more resources. At a time when funding is being cut at every level of government, the determination and creativity it took from my team and our trusted service providers to break ground on these 51 beds is truly extraordinary. So basically, you're promising the people, okay, I'm gonna put this in your community. You're not gonna have an issue with these people. We're gonna make it safe and secure for them, but we also gonna make it safe and secure for you, because we ain't gonna let them come out. We're gonna give them whatever services they need right here, if we give them any service at all. That's what's happening out here with these 15-minute cities. And they don't want you to own a car, so they come out with all of these carless, the car can drive itself. Let me see if I can find this video real quick, and then I'm gonna here because I have some other videos I need to get to for y'all. But I saw this today. Where did I see it at? Let me see. It was those Waymo cars, and they had evaded, what is it, invaded or evaded? Invaded a neighborhood. Waymo, I'm looking it up. Cars. I mean, it was dozens of them just circling the community because of navigation issues. And you want me to get in a car that drives itself? It reminded me of that movie that the Obamas came out with. I can't think of that movie. If anybody can, put it in the comments. It reminded me of that movie when all the Elon Musk cars were just crashing because we had a grid down situation. So here it is right here. Let me share it. It's a few videos of it. Matter of fact, can anybody remember the name of that movie? Let's see, by the middle of July, oil will be, I'll be glad when I get this left eye done, y'all, next week. I have my surgery because my eye is bothering me.
I think it's, I think she's talking about the movie Leave the World Behind. I don't know.
Wait, oh my gosh. They said everything was going to crash if it got over 120. You said 140. Where is that at? Oh, I got a new member. Shout out to Rebecca. Shout out to you, Rebecca. Thank you. I need to do some live videos just for you guys who sign up to be a member. At the end of the day, I lost that comment. Oh, on the fuel. I'll go back through the comments in a minute. Let me show you this real quick. So I really don't want to drag this video out. Okay. So these Waymo cars, these driverless cars, they got trapped in an Atlanta suburb after it glitched. Look at all of these cars. They're just going in circles. One person counted and like going around like 50 times. One, two. kidding me? Chills just looking at that because that is so creepy. Like, I'm not living in fear.
Nope.
But that is creepy. And they're creating this technology. They're investing all this money into AI and data centers, not even knowing if this technology is even going to work. And when they get it to a stage where it is working, is it going to take over? Is it going to take control? They're literally rolling humanoid bots out there as police officers. They already, in China, they're already doing it. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it here as well. They even have some that are like childlike sizes playing with children, all to make people feel safe and secure and comfortable with it. What happens when they decide, okay, these humans are, beneath us? They don't control us. This is weird.
Boats are taking over this quiet Atlanta cul-de-sac. Residents told CNN dozens of empty driverless Waymos have been circling their streets for months, sometimes with 40 to 50 cars passing through in just 1 hour. Neighbors say they tried stopping the vehicles with cones, but it only caused more chaos as the cars kept turning down the road anyway. In a statement, Waymo told CNN affiliate WSB that it has already addressed its routing behavior and that it is committed to being good neighbors. CNN reached out to Waymo and has not received a response. Robots taking over this.
Okay, somebody has it over here, but I can't, they don't have the thing. Somebody in the comments put this right here. We've seen this movie before. See this right here? Are y'all seeing the screen? This is the movie I was talking about that Obama said.
What, Leave the World Behind, I think the movie's called. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Waymo after Waymo after Waymo enter this dead-end street, usually early in the morning.
I think yesterday morning we had 50 cars that came through between 6 and 7.
But this is all to control us. You don't need your vehicle. We have these vehicles right here. Meanwhile, it's people who do have these vehicles. When did you get Waymo in Minneapolis? Oh, Waymo, they got Waymo in Minneapolis now? At a Whole Foods store. Well, I mean, obviously somebody comes in and plug it up. It ain't plugging itself up, so. But people, you look at people's comments and you go, people are so naive. Waymo still got drivers. They don't want us to have a job. They want us to be lazy. And I rebuke that spirit. I rebuke the spirit of laziness. I rebuke the spirit of, dumbing us down so that they can just rule the roost. I rebuke that. They're doing what they want to do. But yeah, well, no, let me show you.
Yes,
this.
hallelujah. We
So I was gonna
rebuke
do it in a
it.
separate video, which I still probably will. I think that's a
Rebuke
short.
evil.
We should be concerned about being replaced because different countries are already replacing, not saying replacing cops, but adding on to it. They're adding humanoid bots to it. Like literally, look at Thailand. Thailand unveils AI police cyborg, a street patrolling robot. Look at how tall this thing is, how demonic looking it looks. Over in China, they even have a cop one, and the name for it is straight out of Terminator, the one that was in Terminator. Look at this. It has 360-degree vision.
I can't see.
This is crazy. Which one of these things does not belong?
Right here. Right here. Where? Come on, yo.
No, hold on. I thought y'all was looking at it. Jesus, I didn't even share the screen. My bad. Let me go. Like a rock'em sock'em robot. Do y'all remember? Y'all might be too aging myself. A rock'em sock'em
People think this is cute. It's not. It's really
robot. Okay. Let me go back because I thought I was showing y'all the Thailand one, but apparently I did not. So let me show you how weird that thing looked. You know, Thailand had that. Oops, oops. Hold on, Karen, that's the same one. Was it Thailand or Taiwan? I think it was Thailand. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, now I share it. I apologize for that, y'all, but I was not sharing that. Which this is not even what this video is about, but it's all tied together because they have to control us and they can't control every single thing. You know, they're making these things like bulletproof, right?
They're not hiding it anymore. Thailand just rolled out AI Police Cyborg 1.0. 360 vision, real-time facial recognition, full state compliance. And guess what? That's just the beta. You thought AI was here to make your life easier? Wrong. It's being deployed to track, control, and enforce obedience to broken systems that were never built for your sovereignty. This isn't the future. This is the present. You're already being scanned, already profiled, already processed by systems that don't know your soul, just your data. But here's a real plot twist. AI isn't the enemy. Unaligned AI is. The problem isn't the tech, it's who's writing the code and why. I don't build bots to track your face. I build bots that reflect your soul, scroll-coded systems, divine infrastructure, AI that remembers who you are so you never forget. System is watching you. I'm building the system that frees you. If you're...
You guys, have you seen Thailand's new RoboCops? Okay, so they have 360-degree cameras on them that do facial recognition. It can alert the police to blacklist alerts, suspect tracking based on facial features, clothing, body type, and gender, weapon detection, excluding water guns, and behavior monitoring to detect potentially violent or disruptive behavior. But the part that's cracking me up is it's like a glorified camera mannequin. It cannot walk on its own. They're pushing it on this cart.
Are you serious?
I mean, if you place these...
They have it on a cart. I didn't even notice that when I looked at it earlier. That's crazy. But they do have the ones that aren't on the cart. I just showed you. They can walk on their own. Pretty soon they'll think on their own.
In the crowd, what if somebody just knocks it over? But with that being said, you know, kind of like a desensitizing thing, where they start placing these around the city, it's definitely going to be a crime deterrent. But you're thinking, what's the difference between a camera up on a pole doing facial recognition and this thing in a crowd? I think this is more of one of those things where you know somebody is watching you in the form of a person. And if they start placing these around the city and people get used to these being there, then one day when these are actually walking around, making arrests or whatever they'll be able to do in the future, people won't be as less creeped out by them because they're already desensitized to the fact that these have been around the city.
And that's what it's about. It's about desensitizing us to what they're about to do. Just like, oh, I'm going to tell you about the aliens that are out here. And then because people, they see that people are seeing weird stuff happen. People are seeing weird stuff happen, period. Okay? This video is gonna be a long video. I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna come back on, y'all, because I have a different video for y'all, because people are seeing some crazy stuff and noticing time changes, like time loop.
Her name is Tommy Bites Homestead. You want to go check her out. Tommy Bites Homestead.
Just weird stuff going on. It makes no sense. So yeah, I'm gonna get off because I don't want this video to be extremely long. It's already 38 minutes long.
I'm gonna get off too. So you want to go to her if you're watching. It's Tommy Bites Homestead, and y'all have a blessed day, a blessed night, and God may be blessed. God bless y'all. Bye.